Right, we're gonna give this just a second and we'll get started. You know, so I'm sitting here watching a buddy stream. He kind of got it fired up, and it's like, you know, kind of been wanting to stream off and on. I'm waiting to get a new PC. My taxes come in here pretty soon, and so I'm gonna be able to upgrade my PC to considerably higher levels, so I can start streaming more PC games. But this is Hellbalde, Senua's Sacrifice. Had a little bit of inspiration to do this, and I am super excited. Now, the sneaky thing about this game is I have played before. So, it is not a, it's not a game that I am not familiar with. I have played it front to back. I have played it before. What I'm doing is I'm going to play this. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to play this with headphones. I also need to change my headphone settings here real quick, make it a little bit louder. Because what I want to do is partially, one of the things about this game is it's so much more impactful when you have these headphones on, because there's so many things going on around you, and there is a the voices, some of the area effects. Forgive me while I'm changing these settings. It was a little bit quieter than I would have liked it to be. I don't know if this does me any good. No, it does not. We're going to get started here in just a minute while we are... This is themes. Can I not change this up? Sound and screen. Audio output settings. Here, linear PCM. That's fine. Oh well. It should be loud enough. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and get this started. This game itself, probably one of the better buys that I have had in a long time. It wasn't very expensive. This is I guess you could call it an indie game that was made and feels like a AAA game. The detail and things are really good. The way the motion capture is rendered is really awesome. This is also one of the few games that, despite having combat isn't necessarily the center point. It's more so the story and how, our main character Senua is just not okay. And so we are gonna jump in. Give me about 2 minutes and we'll go ahead and fire it up. All right. think we're good to go. If my controller dies halfway through this, I've got my other one charging. I didn't even think about charging this one before I started, but I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. We'll completely overwrite. And by the way, we're taking a break from Neo for a while. I kind of fell out of it and get easily discouraged with those kind of games. Guys, you should have seen me play Dark Souls. I think I fought I fought the Abyss Watchers for like 3 days because I'm bad at those kind of games. And I mean, they're really cool and I like them. I've got a buddy of mine who's streaming Dark Souls 2 right now. It's Torment, Tormehnt. He's streaming, so I'll go give his channel a check out. He's on my my list.
Who are you? Doesn't matter.
Oh, the sound in headphones.
Welcome.
Oh my god.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here. Nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others.
Oh my gosh. When they say play with headphones, they're not fucking kidding.
About Senua. Now her story
I'm gonna turn the lights
is
off too. Holy
then,
shit.
but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's
Oh my gosh.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
Oh, the binaural audio. Oh my god. It's like I know that these things, like these voices, are talking to me, but it's like they're like breathing down my neck. It's so good. Okay, and this part I can control.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, and they've changed.
Keep forgetting how pretty this game is.
I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you could.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Turn back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Get in my ears, get in my head. Like, everything looks really good. The lighting's really good. The particle effects are good. Like, the bloom.
Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
And for any of you guys out there that are Norse mythology buffs, this is definitely a very cool game. You get a lot of information about how, like a lot of like Norse mythology, like just as you go, that kind of helps progress the story.
Can you feel it?
I got the breathing.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness... It just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death.
Right.
Then it was fear.
So ready to get into this. All right.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back.
I also think it's refreshing that they don't have like this whole super sexy, female heroine kind of thing. Now, not like I hate that, but it's unique, and especially
There's no going back.
with her, that she's totally bonkers.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Another thing is there are no tutorials in this game. Okay, gotta remember.
You have to take a closer look to see.
Okay, that's how you sprint.
She
Okay.
needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea, and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river, and will find a
It
bridge
looks so good.
covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of
And I like how
Knives
she
that flows from the
follows
dark
it
world
because
of
it's talking
Niflheim.
to her. Okay. Alright. I'm trying.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like tug of war on his. But she's not stopping.
Oh, with headphones, man. I'm telling you, like, if the stream will do it too, if the stream will pick it up, using headphones, I suggest, like, if you come back, because I'll upload these to YouTube as well, to see if you can get it and, like, just get that feel of the sound of these things around you is just amazing.
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back?
Another thing I like is her natural movement. Like if I am sprinting and I sidestep, if she's going backwards, she'll skip, you know.
His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul.
They've done the movement so good. It's,
Reached
oh,
Helheim.
what's that?
Forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember
It's so pretty.
only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Right. Oh. I like how the voices will also kind of tell you what's going on. Like they'll warn you. Sometimes they'll also play tricks on you too. Like,
Don't stop. You can't. Quickly, go on, quickly. Just drop down. Where's she going now? What's down there? You've got to go.
Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
this has also got a very cool puzzle system that we're about to see as well.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Ruth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye.
All right.
I would like it to open the gate.
So what's cool is these puzzles, you need to look and search for that sort of thing in the environment. Now, of course, it's right here. So you find it, and you focus on it.
Look towards the gate. And the gate will
And it's very cool. I love this.
The gate is open. through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you. And together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things.
I don't know if you can actually fall off this. I kind of want to know, but I don't at the same time. So we're just going to assume that you do fall off.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Like, hearing her breathing is another, like, the fact that they actually, like, decided to make that a thing. You know, you can hear her breathing in her panic. We're about to really get into this game.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that lives on Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Alright. Let's fucking roll, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
I don't remember how to block.
It's nearly over. Finish it. Stop them. You won.
I forgot this is a fight that I'm supposed to lose.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
That's where it gets brutal. I'm also playing on a harder difficulty, so we'll see how this goes. The first time I played through, I did pretty good.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind.
And once I kind of figure out how to, do
That
this.
is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow, and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
And if I've seen, I'm a lot quieter in this Let's Play than normal, there's a lot of dialogue in this game, and the dialogue's really good. And it gives you a lot of, insight in the world, and it helps really build the story and kind of solidify the characters.
The goddess Hela.
I want everybody to be able to hear
lies
it.
behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
I think we're going to do Valravn first.
It won't
That's one of my favorite boss fights.
Valravn, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravn and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
It's so grimdark, and now it's all pretty. One other thing that's different about this game, especially over a lot of other games, is I can't use my sword or anything unless I'm actually in a combat zone. There are areas where combat's a thing. The rest of it is very much a wander around and explore sort of thing. You have no inventory. You have no healing items. You gain no other. You don't really gain any items. You have one that you get later on, which ends up being a major item, but it's just another part of your combo. And it's very simple. But in its simplicity, it does really good. Okay. remember here.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. Push it. Come on. You did it. Something's different. Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried.
The lighting effects continue to make me happy.
This is the price she pays for seeing things
Brutal.
differently. Because
I don't think I
once
really
you
ever
gaze
looked
into the
around.
endless darkness,
Oh my.
all that lurks within it can see you too.
Oh baby.
End it. No, it's nearly the end. Surrounding her, she's going to lose. They're winning. Take him down. Now.
And the parrying system, very simple, but I love it. And I like how when they're wounded, like, you actually, the strikes you land stay on their body. And the blood stays on her sword, too, whenever she's fighting. Of course, it goes away afterwards, but it's very cool.
Will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Valravn's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
No? Can I get up there?
Look how much it's changed.
Oh. There we go. That's cool. Forgot, I gotta kind of remember how, of course, the fire effects while you're in this little, like, seeing zone. Kind of interesting. We did it.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that the same, but feels different. And a master world, where the forest itself is watching.
Makes me all kinds of uncomfortable.
Another gate. Another gate. You know what to do.
I sure do.
It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't.
Break the seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
They are up there. So I've got to do some weird stuff.
Which ravens?
And I think, if I can remember this puzzle, that there was a
Ravens.
way to...
I hear something.
If you hear the sound of Valravan,
Oh.
follow it, and it will lead you to him.
It's so creepy!
His illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
He's over there. So, now that I'm here...
The sun. Oh, Rev. Like the sun. Listen, focus. You need to focus. Focus.
I was focusing! I remember... So if I go through this way... I gotta remember... I know he's over there, but... Oh, I'm an idiot.
Silence me.
He's gone. He doesn't know where to go. Where is he? You're
Okay, so I gotta go through this way. There are other lore stones. There he is. He's so creepy. Talking trash to me.
Is she lost? The first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. Uncommon, you see. We call such a person a gallant. Some like Truth to become gallant in search of penance. Like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Let's open that up. Like how, like, it's so heavy. What is up, my dude? I'm coming, creepy raven dude. Hello? Yeah. Oh, it's pointing in the way that I need to be.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. I'm tricking you and you don't like it. If anybody remembers that stupid video back in the day. It's a bird, fuck you. Alright. Now we can get up here. Got him! Alright, let's go that down there. I like how you're also not overly fast. I mean, as a aesthetic thing, that's cool. Like, you're not just sprinting around everywhere. Like most games, you're hauling ass all the time, everywhere. I mean, it's just, it's a canter. It's a light jog. And, of course, she's obviously in considerably better shape than most normal people.
We picture
But it would make sense.
and we think of a shadow in the woods. A creature in the night. If only it were that simple.
Huh.
The worst kind comes without warning. Deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Find your own path. There's a different way.
What is this? Ugh. Yeah. All right. Kick his ass. Come on. Let's do it. It's like, if you didn't hear that, the voices were actually telling me, telling me that there was somebody behind me. Oh shit.
So weak they can see.
That's unblockable. Get up! Get up, get up, get up, get up! And in this game, if you go down, you can go down but not out. There we go. All right. Okay, so was this the kind of like a didn't even need to go. Oh yeah, that's right. Is this one that I got before? Yes.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
All right. Norse mythology history lesson brought to you by Dead Orkney Scotsman. Okay. Right.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers.
Oh.
Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
I don't know. I know I have that. I usually use my tablet because I'm on my console. I use my tablet to see, and I only have like the one screen so I can keep an eye on chat.
And his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
His brow game was on fucking point. Right. That's so good. Like, I like the sound in this game. Like, not even just like the voices, just like the ambient sound, you know, the sound of the rain, and I think it's really good. Oh yeah. And these fucking things are creepy. They're like Blair Witch Project level shit. Like, if anybody remembers whenever in that movie back in the day, like when they get out of their tent, there's a whole bunch of like the stick dolls that are all drawn all over or strung up all over the place. Fucking freaky. What up, Bob Robin? Oh.
The song. Balravin's song. It's over here.
Okay, so I think it's over here.
It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus. It's magic.
It's an illusion.
This reminds me. Sorry. The forest.
Where? Which forest? Forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She left the wilds.
She went to the wilds.
That's not where I'm going there.
Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She
Oh.
thought she could beat
I thought this was up a second ago.
No.
Guess it was.
It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
Okay, I need
She's
to
dead.
drop
She
this
can't beat her
down.
own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian.
Her own darkness and married Gillian.
But it didn't work. She thought her curse would
Ugh.
hurt him. She thought her curse would spread to him.
I thought
She
for a
thought she'd
second
bring the
there
darkness to him
that
too.
that was a dude to
She
fight.
died. She thought the curse
And it's like, I
would
don't
hurt
remember
him.
them being that unless I patched it to do something
Druth
different.
helped her.
Ugh. Found it.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed
That's
to
kinda
Odin
cool.
only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Alright. Which is interesting is, I just got done watching a... No? Just got done watching a Let's Play, a God of War. And of course, you know, basic theme of God of War is all the gods are evil, you know, or the gods are bad. And in this, like, for the most part, there's a whole bunch of, like, there's a lot of neutral in, like, the greater pantheon, except for the ones that you're fucking with here. Oh, I remember. It's special. Gotta do this. Alright. And then over here. Actually, probably didn't have to go that way. I totally dropped that other bridge, but I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah, that bridge is totally down because I went through the fucking illusion wall. Okay. So now we gotta do this. We go this way. Then this way. No! Voice in my head, I am not lost. What will make you think that I'm lost? Only that I've run around in circles and forgot some of the things. And those voices are constantly talking to you. They're real quiet, and I don't know if you guys can hear them on the stream or not, but I constantly hear them in the back of my head.
The ravens. They've gone. No. Half of them have gone. They've gone. Some still have. But where? No ravens.
I wonder...
It's a trick.
Quiet. Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness.
I wonder... Because I think there's a particular spot over
She
here.
remembered her promise.
I think
Resolved to fight on
it was...
and kill that which had become a part of her.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's over on this other side. I wonder if this game will let you... Like, if you just figure it out. If it'll let you just solve it. I don't know. That'd be interesting. It'd be kind of cool. Also, you know, it'd be one of those deals that, I mean, if you just run around and it's just pure dumb luck, and that you figure it out. Oh. Is that a gate? Do I have to go back to the other gate? I think I gotta go back to the other gate. That's cool. Those are totally not glitches either. When I first played the game, I was like, oh, is it glitching? What's the deal? Every so often you'll see a little bit of stuttering. I think it's just because the engine itself, it's on Unreal. I think it's just because the engine itself struggles a little bit. But, oh man, it's good. Okay, so... Not there. Is there another one? So this is where I'm not able to remember. Oh. I was totally looking at that a second ago. Ooh. So knock this bridge down. Alrighty. Access granted. Okay. Sorry, you must be this tall and this sane. That's right. There it is.
Where have they gone? God, she did it.
See, I wonder.
Looking back, we're so naive to think she could banish
Okay,
it on her
where
own.
was that? Right there. Those ones.
The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the clue,
We did it.
the smallest hints of shape, sound,
The gate is
form,
open.
grow in strength until they consumed her whole. There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the dark, for she knew. The darkness had her in its claws. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
The chittering. What's up, my dude? Yeah. I remember. There's another door. I've got to go. That's right. I gotta go up to the door to set myself. Okay.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua.
Is this
You
the?
have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Oh, what was this? Is this where? Is there a runestone up here? No, it's just one of these. Okay. Progression. Okay. Alright. Can I just drop?
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall
What was
by the
that?
sea.
I don't remember hearing that.
But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape.
Alright.
What was
Drop this
Findan
bridge.
burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth,
I think I've got to go back.
the man that I am now.
Yes.
And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Because I can lean. I prefer... Ooh. I have a feeling if you really actually can't fall, it's a very clever mechanic for you to lose your fucking shit on half of those things. Focus. We are focused.
Rook, the gate is open. Open.
Oh shit, son!
I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wild.
Her eyes are really well
It
done.
never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it,
All right.
and once relief settles in, strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back.
It's like it's trying to eat me.
In the darkness,
Oh, baby. It's time.
and she remembered what he told her.
Hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped
Let's
within
do
yours.
it.
Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
Tried to block that. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh, at least I can block that. Oh, that's such a cool ability. That was cool. Oh god. Oop.
She's nearly there.
Get him. Oh, dope.
Watch out! There's blood.
Oh, shit. Oh, get up, get up. Oh, shit. Get up, get up.
Focus.
I like to think that I actually blocked the damage to that. But I don't know.
Defend yourself. Stop. Focus is coming back.
I know that if you parry things that are in shadow form, it brings them out, but... Oh, baby! Get some.
Beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Get some. God, I love that fight. It's so cool.
One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, the farther you go, apparently, the more the darkness spreads, and the more likely it is for you just to straight up fail.
Letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
All right. Now it's all pretty and sunny. Oh, I forgot. That's what that door was. I couldn't get into it because that's where Velrabin was.
When she was younger, She would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
And of course, with all the nice, pretty sunlight, we've got all these hanging corpses everywhere.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there. If you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother.
I think that's, you know, they kind of mentioned that
Senua still sees her face from
the
time to time.
the darkness comes through.
In the world.
And I'm assuming, you know, of course, to them, you know, the darkness would always seem, you know, mental illness would always seem like they were possessed, you know. Back in the day, you know, especially back in the Middle Ages, you know, when somebody had mental illness, they thought that, you know, in Europe, they thought they were possessed by a demon or the devil or, you know, something was wrong. It wasn't that they were mentally unhealthy and needed treatment. They were, you know, seen as possessed and tried and burned and persecuted, and it's unfortunate, but I'm assuming that mental illness runs in her family because I mentioned that that her mother had it as well. Oh! I forgot! Hi! Oh, shit. What's up, bitch? Camera angle, boss.
Behind you! Behind you!
Thanks, voices in my head. Oh no, I canceled my attack. Oh, I fucking hate these guys. Oh. The shields are always one of the things I hate the most.
She needs to go back. She can't. It won't open. Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
Right.
She hasn't challenged Sect.
has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Alrighty. I think that's what we're going to call it for this evening. What we'll try to do is we will try to do like a section or two whenever I stream. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'll probably stream some Monday. I know after Wednesday next week, my schedule might be a little weird, but this is, in terms of game length, this isn't a very long game. I think there's about a 12-hour playthrough, so I mean, we'll do a full playthrough. It'll probably be about the same length of my Call of Cthulhu playthrough that I did. But of course, since I've already played through this game once, I did put it on hard, so it is a harder difficulty. Some of the puzzles I am going to kind of blitz through just because I know them, but most of the puzzles I know and remember earlier on in the game. I had my brother play this one a little bit and watched him play and tried to show it off a little bit to some buddies of mine that had to come over. And so I saw like the first few puzzles and stuff, especially like the whole Valravn section, and most of the Cert section I remember. Beyond that, I don't remember as much. I have an idea on a couple, but I get really foggy as the game goes on. So the cool thing is as we progress, the game itself is going to get harder and harder for me. Of course, I haven't died yet, but that definitely changes later on in the game. Things get considerably harder. The enemies get considerably harder, and of course, they were pretty rough on normal. So we'll see how it goes. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably upload this on YouTube. Of course, my YouTube channel is just Smooth Gentleman, just like it is here. You can subscribe. If anytime I do any kind of streams at all, I will always upload those to YouTube within a day or so. And so I like to have all my Let's Plays and stuff put up on YouTube so people can watch it. And if anybody happens to go by and find that, if you haven't checked it out yet, I've got a Call of Cthulhu reboot playthrough. That was my first major one, and a couple episodes of Neo. But eventually I will get back to playing Neo. Eventually. It's hard. It kind of murders me. But we'll definitely do that. And of course, as we continue on, once I get my PC upgraded, I'll be able to do a lot more PC streaming. I'll probably stream multiplayer games, a little bit of League of Legends, maybe some Ring of Elysium, Rainbow Six, World of Tanks, some other things. It just really depends on kind of what I'm feeling. I'll probably stream considerably more often and have actually a consistent stream schedule. But yeah, and I'll play with other streamers as well. Like I said, my buddy Torment, he's another streamer. You can just check out his channel as well. It's twitch.tv/Torment, TORMEHNT. He's been playing Dark Souls, and so. But a buddy of mine, I usually play a lot of games and stuff with him. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Come back and see me, if you would. I'd like to subscribe if you're ever interested in seeing me play. I'm usually a bit more talkative in these kind of games, but of course this one's very story-driven, and there's a lot of dialogue and stuff in the background that my stupid head talking the whole time is going to, kind of dilute some of that. And there's a lot of really cool stuff in here, and I like story-driven games, so I think this is definitely one that will that I'll want everybody to be able to see. That's why I got the subtitles on as well. So thank you very much, and you guys have a fantastic weekend.